Hello, I have another story time for you guys. I just got off shift yesterday, and my day two wasn't really that busy, but my first day was a somewhat busy day. We got a call of a guy who basically fell at one of our casinos in the city, and so we go over there, and he's in the men's room, the bathroom, and he fell in the toilet area. And so we get there and we got like the casino manager and like security or whatever in the bathroom with this guy, and like he's like sitting on a chair. Um, and so we get in there and this guy is totally freaking wasted. Like this guy is super drunk, like the most drunk I've ever seen so far. Like this guy, like he kept on repeating himself like I have a degree in microbiology and yada yada, like a master's degree in microbiology. Like that was like the only words he spoke to us. Like we'd ask him like, "Oh, do you have any medical history? Like what medications are you taking, or like are you allergic to anything?" Like like the normal questions. When he would just respond to, "I have a degree in microbiology, a master's degree in microbiology." Like that's all he talked about. And then so he would repeat that, and he would also repeat that how he was a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army, and just kept on bragging about that as well. And so, he was a pretty funny guy. We thought like he just hit his head pretty hard. We were looking at his eyes, but he was just drunk, you know. But he like apparently like I was talking to the rest of the crew, and apparently like his wife has died recently, so he was just going through a rough patch. But we kept on like asking him like, "Do you remember us running on you?" And he didn't remember us at all. But we have like he was in our computers. Like we have a thing where like if we put down like on our notes, and I mean in the report, like your name, birthday, and I think address. I don't know, but we could click a button and it basically like finds your information if we ran on you, and it just imports that into the report. And so we have ran on him before, but he just didn't remember, I guess. But yeah, he was just super drunk and just kept on telling us about how he had a degree in microbiology, which was pretty funny. Another call we went on was a sick person. So another call we went on was it was a fall basically. It wasn't like a funny call or anything like that, but it was just a pretty neat call because since I'm a new guy, I'm an EMT basic, and I don't really have a ton of experience. But this fall, like apparently like this patient had a history of a femur fracture, and she was like in surgery for that, but she fell, and I was able to use air splints on her for the first time, which was pretty cool. So basically, you just get their leg and you wrap it around, wrap the splint around, and then you just suction the air out of it, and it like it splints it and keeps the leg still. And so that was a pretty good call for me because I was able to use some EMT skills, because most of our calls, it's all the paramedics take it because like they're giving an IV or whatever. So this was like kind of like my first call that I was ever like allowed to take, except for like a basic fall that like we don't really do anything. But I was able to like put on the splint and put an ice pack on her and just BLS her, which was pretty cool because I haven't been able to do that anymore. But yeah, I think that that was a pretty unique experience. Obviously, I'll be able to take more calls whenever I'm paramedic. But yeah, I'm still getting used to working on the ambulance and like doing those charts. Like, so it still takes me a long time to do a chart. So that was like the only really, I guess, quote, complaint that I had about that call, just because I had to chart it. Um, but so if any of you guys have any tips on these charts, like how to get them faster, like I get like every system's different, but yeah, no, these charts freaking suck balls. But oh well, that's just EMS. I don't really have any other calls that is worth talking about. Like our shift wasn't really that busy, so yeah, I'll talk to you guys in my next shift.